Hey guys, how's it going? MagnumHighway here, and today we're going to be learning the solo to Wet Sand by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This was requested by Guitar Guy 3211, so check out his channel down below, and we'll get straight into it. So that's the first part for you there. Please excuse all the noises that are going about. It's in quite an awkward position. Keep that in mind. So yeah, basically we start off 3 bends on the B string, fret 19. So 3 bends. And again. And one more time. So that's 3 bends in unison. Full set bends, by the way. And then we add this again. So, sorry. And pretty much what we're doing here is when we bend, see how my pinky goes down to the, on the E string this time, fret 19. As we bend, so we bend up, full step bend on the B string, fret 19, but the pinky goes down onto the B string fret onto the E string, fret 19, and we do that twice basically. So, and then on the second time we hit the E string first, and then the B string. Okay, so this is what you should have real slow. So notice at that last part, it's and then, but yeah, and then there's that final bend. So it's 1, pinky, again, and then, so it's this next part, it's bend and then back to natural. All full set bends. Bend again. But now instead of going back to fret 19 on the B string, we're going to fret 16 on the B string. Yes, I believe it's 16. Then, so we hit the 16th fret on the B string again, and then hammer on and pull off from 14 to 16 on the B string, so that's, and then bend on fret 12, full step bend. I do it with my index finger, but it's a little hard to get, so you know, you can do it with other fingers if you wish. But yeah, we'll get onto that part later, but yeah. So, hammer on, pull off, bend, back down, so it's, and that's hit fret 12 on the B string, hammer on from 11 to 12 on the B string, 11 on the E string, and then back to B, fret 12. So here's what we got really slowly. So here's what we got really slowly. and then we'll get onto all that stuff on the next segment. So yeah, I'm going to quickly switch clothes, and then we'll get onto the next segment. Alright guys, so this is the next part. I'll play it through first, and then I'll show you guys how to play it. So that's the next part. Quite a lot of bending up here, which, to be honest, is uncomfortable, but you guys will get used to it. It's not too bad with a bit of practice. So I added in the ending part of the last part that we learned, just so you can kind of put it into place. But we start off here, and we do this kind of thing. Bending on the E string on fret 16, full step bend, then back down, and then we hammer on from 14 to 16. So bend on 16, and then 14 to 16. And we kind of just hold it there, add a couple of notes. He would play it totally differently live and on the recording, so just add in your own kind of thing there. Something like that. So yeah, bend, fret 16 on the E string, bend, hammer on, 14 to 16, bunch of notes on fret 16 on the E string, and then comes this bit. I'm not too sure how many bends he does. It'll be about 3 maybe, something like that. But anyway, we're on fret, what would that be, 21? Yep, 21. I think it's about 4, about what I did there. So yeah, and then after all the bends, full step bends by the way, so full step bends on the E string, fret 21, then we start off hitting the natural note, then bend up, back to natural, and then fret 19 on the E string. So you should sound like this. Natural, bend, back to natural, 19 on the E string. And then that's the next part, so it's I can't really explain that, although too well. Your ear should do most of the work here. Natural, bend, and then back to fret 19. So that's all on the E string. So that's on 19. Hammer on from 18 to 19 on the E string. And then on fret 21, we do like a bend up, back to natural, and then 19. Play that through a couple of times. I'll play through slowly right now, and then we'll move on to the next part. And then, it just builds out that note. And we get into the next part. So yeah, we'll move on to the next part now. I hope I wasn't going too quickly. If not, write down below in the comments. I need that feedback and stuff. So yeah, next part now. Alright guys, so we're almost finished here. This is the last part. So yeah, obviously the last part. So yeah, after all this bending craziness from the last part, then we can't just hold this note. He does do like a hammer-on pull-off thing, but that's pretty easy to hear in the recording. I'm not going to bother with it. So yeah, after holding this note, which is fret 19 on the E string, we go 18, 19, then back to 18. Hammer on and pull off. And then to fret 16, yes, fret 16 on the E string. 18, 19, then to 16. And I like to slide down. I don't think he does that in the recording, but come on, doesn't really matter. So yeah, slides from 16 to 14 on the E string. And then briefly, just really quickly, hits the B string, fret 16, just as he slides. And then that's bending on fret 16 on the E string, full step bend. And we'll just stop right there before we get too far ahead. So I'll play that whole part that we just did, nice and slowly, with the crazy bending thing. The last bit there is a bend on fret 16, back down, and then 14 to 16. We did a very similar thing just before in one of the other parts. So yeah, bend, fret 16, and then 14 to 16, all on the E string. All on the E string. And then, and that's the ending segment. No hammer-ons or pull-offs, just that's 14, 16, 14, and then on the B string, fret 16. Hold it for a bit, and then the classic slide.